I don't know, it bothers me a lot because League's like a pastime for me that I put a lot of time into. And I haven't really played much this year compared to normally. But yeah, man, like I can't play League at all. It's just this season, ain't it? I peaked this season. I've done a lot of great things this season within like a few months of playing, but I can't really go any higher because I'm capped at like because of my internet. If you open up your router on your web, try and run a diagnostic on your router. Okay. That's like another thing too. Like the balance team's a whole different thing. That's like bothers me. Like they're just you can't play older champs anymore because they just get outworked. You have a new champ that has like four champion kits combined in their kit. Like Gwen has a fucking Zinza ult on W, which gives armor magic resist, fucking blocks every ability better than Zinza ult. It has like an uptime of 8 seconds. It has AoE, fucking true damage, shit ton of healing, mobility, attack speed. I mean, later on at least, they nerfed their early attack speed, but still stands. Like the champs are just over fucking buffed, and they have too many mechanics, and there should be a limit to mechanics in this game. Like at this point, you're just recycling things and making a better champ. Riot need to stop making new champs and just have a full year of reworking shit. Like, there's only 10 bans in this game, and they have, like, up to 140 champs. I'm pretty sure. And if how many champs are being pumped out a year, like, that's a whole fucking ban list right there in itself. And then you have all the other champs that people don't like playing against that are, like, end up getting broken because of item changes and shit. Like, it's just a never-ending disaster of balancing. Like, it's the worst thing ever. And how do Riot address that? They nerf shit that's fucking weak and only like decent in pro play because of one region. And then they fucking buff everything else, like that's already doing okay. Like Kaiser, Yumi, like what the fuck are those buffs? And then Soraka's like being able to fucking cleanse Grievous Wounds, even though Riot talked about how much Grievous Wounds was like undervalued. Like it's just hypocrisy, like at its finest. Like what the fuck are they doing to this game? And then they clearly don't know if shit like Irelia or whatever because like, oh, we want to see that in pro play. It causes hype and all shit like that. But no, it's like everybody's gonna be laughing at your fucking game that these champs exist. Like, all I can picture in a Worlds game right now is Irelia's picked. She does this fucking 1v2 and everyone's like Heck W balance. Like, you know, like all this shit. It's not like Pog champs. It's just like lol W's, Keck W's, whatever the fuck emotes there are these days. Like, laughing about how absurd things is because in the past you couldn't do that. In the past it was like, oh my god, look at that fucking play, like Faker, what the fuck, right? Like he gets a fucking solo kill on Olaf mid lane or some shit, like some interesting pick like that isn't played. But nowadays everyone's playing by the fucking book, playing things that are OP and like there's no fucking entertainment value there because there's no surprise factor in someone like 1v2ing or some shit. Instead it's like, oh yeah, that's gonna happen because of course she's fucking broken. Like you already know what to expect. It's just whoever has the better draft. And obviously when you watch Pro Player 2, the macro is fucking like abysmal these days. Like the pro games I've watched are complete clown fiestas. And this term's been thrown around a lot over the years, but this is by far the worst it's ever been. Like I'm not wrong, am I? Like people are just like forcing the most stupid shit you couldn't do before and making it work because of champs. Like the limits of success are like way higher. Like there's no risks in doing shit on like newer champs and like items, like you know, item spikes. You just get away with shit because you know of these things. It's really boring. It's really boring and unfun. Like, it's never been perfect. I mean, the whole tank metas and shit in the past with, like, top lane or, like, meta golem, all that stuff, like, those are other problems with balancing, but when they were fixed, the game was fine. Even last year, arguably, I would say that was the best season in a long time. Even with it being, like, a hard struggle for me getting out of Diamond into Masters, like, the game was pretty fair on, like, most accounts, apart from champs like Seraphine and whatever being a bit too overtuned at times, like, give or take. Funnel being a thing too. When you think back to last season, what was the biggest offender in, like, being broken? Maybe Blair Rune King was a bit strong on some champs, like Renekton too. But it wasn't like you could 1v9 every game with it. Even things on, like, Jax, like, you couldn't do that. It was annoying, but you couldn't just 1v9 with it, right? Like, the only things that were really shit last year to play in was, like, Funnel. And, I guess, like, Seraphine, Primal Pick and whatever, like, Senna. Like, being a champ as well. Yeah, you just don't have these moments anymore where it's like, oh my god, look what he did. Like, that's fucking pog as hell. Like, you know, you don't get that excitement. It's just, you expect these things to happen based on how things are now. Like, there's no entertainment value there. Alright, CP, have a good one, dude. See you, bro. Yeah, Set as well. Yeah. And as expected, these are just new champs that are broken. The only champs that have been somewhat balanced and good, and even fun, are things like Lilia. That's my opinion. Lilia was one. Rel was one. Lilia and Rel, I think, have been, like, pretty good champs, like, they've released. Um, who's a new champ? Is there? Can't I check when champs were released somewhere? Is in the shop, and I go to show owned. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. How crazy is it we have to go to Nico to say, like, that champion's fine? And all the rest are, like, fucking abysmal broken. I mean, Nico was strong on the On-It builds, but, like, she's not played now. Like, she's very niche. Like, interesting design. Probably infuriating at times, but it's manageable. She falls off too. You know not to, like, clump up together against a Nico. Here's the thing. You know not to clump up against a Nico because she's gonna fucking obliterate you and your team. You space out and you, like, try and identify who the Nico is and you play with that caution in mind. There's the balancing right there. There's, like, the strength in her kit and her weakness. Like, oh my fucking god, man. Like, every champion released since fucking Camille has been broken. I mean, Talia was broken at times too, in all fairness. How crazy is that? That's really fucking crazy to think about. Like, there's a few offenders now. If we go past Camille, Ivan's always been kind of fine. Kled can be annoying, but he's fine, passable. Talia was broken at times. Sol was fine. Jin was fine, maybe a bit broken at times, but I think he was only strong just because there wasn't really many good ADCs being picked. So Jin is, like, the outlier there, where he has this unique kit and does damage. Not so much a broken thing, in my opinion. Asol was bad design, sure. But he was also better in his first iteration compared to the current one. Don't clump it versus Kiana. Yeah, I'm talking about Nico, not Kiana. Kiana's the fucking, like, opposite. What does the Beast need? He just said good luck in ranked games. Like, man. Alawi's pretty poor design, but not a broken offender. Annoying kit, but again, passable. I can live with that. As annoying as it is. Kindred, I think this champ is borderline strong, but I can live with it. Tahm Kench, I think he was broken a lot of the time. He's been a thing. Echo, he's been like an offender. Bard is strong, but I can pass with it being a thing. Yasuo was strong in the past, sure. But again, passable. Like, how crazy is it though? Like, all these champs here are completely fine. They're only broken because of items, all these champs right here. If they do get strong. Okay, Fiora, no, she's always been really strong. But more recently, in the last couple of years, she's been undeniably broken. Because they keep power creeping every patch. But everyone until, like, Camille has been, like, horrible. Aatrox rework, I mean, I think he's been a bit too strong at times, even now, admittedly. But he doesn't have the damage to pass over into the later game. Same with Mordekaiser too. Yeah, these have been broken. Ornn's been broken. Kayn, Zoe, Kaiser. Pyke is like in between. Nico, I don't think so. Everyone like here has been broken, except for Lilia and Rell. Lilia and Rell are the only champs that haven't been broken in this whole list. Rell could be broken. She has a lot of playmaking and like skill expression. That's what I think is fine. Can you not spam my chat Artio? Renekton's tons of damage, whatever. Yeah, Lowy used to be more interactive on release, but not anymore. But again, I can pass that. Miss old Aatrox. Like, with their philosophy, they didn't want the champion being like shit like Tryndamere. But the problem is, they're releasing things like Seraphine, which is basically a better Sona. You know? Releasing Gwen, which is like a hybrid of Fiora, Camille, Xin Zhao, like all this shit, you know? Man. How'd he get banned from a stream? I think Viego is healthy and balanced. XD. Old Fiora needs to be back? Nah. I mean, just like, I'm fine with the Q and Vital shit, as annoying as it is, if they change a W. Make it an actual parry, like, you know, you parry something. You shouldn't be rewarded if the guy isn't, like, stunning you or some shit. Make it block damage, make it stun people with the stun. That's like a gimmick, like, niche thing, you know? Where there's skill expression there. If the Fiora can time a stun, like, they should get rewarded with the fact of stunning someone. But if they're using the ability just to simply, like, slow someone's attack speed and moon speed down, like, what the absolute fuck? The whole Fiora combo isn't even to, like, parry someone's stun. It's to fucking slow them. Like, the whole combo to Renekton is, like, Q auto, like, E auto, like, W. Renekton has to hold W. He can't do anything. He's then attack speed slowed, has to disengage. And by that whole combo, like, he's chunked out. Without using his abilities, except for Q and maybe 1E. And an auto attack. So we went from, in the whole of 2017, the whole roster has been broken. None of these champions are balanced. And how many champs do we have here? So we have one, two, like the ones that are broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not Lilia. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's disregarding Yumi, Silas, Kaiser, Zoe, Ornn, Kane, and these two, and Camille. Like, and then you have the whole rest of the roster. How many champions is that in general? How many league champions are there 2021? 155 champions. 156 champions count action, I think. It might be 157 now. I don't know when this was last updated, but it's either 156 or 157. Wait, July. What does it say here? It says 152 here instead. 156 here, Mobilytics. Okay, 156 champions. As of July. 157 when Vex becomes a thing, whatever her name is. Ornn is still not fine. I just think nobody plays him because he's a tank. He's a strong tank. No, Ornn's better. I'll give him credit. Ornn is better for the game now. The thing that isn't healthy, though, is the fact he can rush tank items. And that's a whole different thing in itself. Rushing Tabby Bramble Seekers, like fucking Cinder, like, you know... They shouldn't do damage. If you're gonna go tank items, they shouldn't do damage. That is my opinion. Don't give them fucking damage. Like, they can have Wave Clear with Sunfire, but they shouldn't have things like a Form Mail early game or a Bramble Vest. You know? Like, get that shit out of a fucking build. Being a tank, you should be playing to, like, scale into the game. You know, try and survive early game against bullies, maybe. You know, try and be an asset for your team. Tank damage, soak it up. Like, they shouldn't be doing all this fucking damage. Like, Abyssal Mask, Sunfire, Form Mail. And then have all this max health damage too. Like, man. Grinds my gears. And to think tanks aren't even the problem right now too, just goes in itself, like, shows in itself that these aren't the problem here. Or like, that's not the only problem that coexists. Man, I'm so riled up right now. Scale level. Yeah. Or they should not have it as a component. It shouldn't be a component. I would be more content people going Warden's Mail or Chain Vest and shit like that. Because it's giving you survivability stats. It's giving you an attack speed slow on Warden's Mail, which is survivability. It's stopping people from fucking doing combos on you and you get a decent amount of armor. But instead, you're opting into a Bramble Vest because it does damage and gives you a nice bit of armor. And it's cheap. Show us a broken Cham. If my internet gets fixed, I'm going to main like another Cham, for sure. In this whole period. I mean, I'll probably play Renekton sometimes. But if he feels that bad to play, game to game, I'm going to just drop him straight up. And I mean that. That's a better point, Ewan. I think if they do it like Wit's End, where it then scales like from there, like a lot more, I think I'll be better off like with that. But I still don't think a tank's role should be just to buy fucking these items to like not only make you do 0 damage, but just like give you a shit like ton of damage like with that. Like, it's unfair. Call me a complainer, whatever you want. I haven't complained all season. The people that know me know that I never complain about shit, except if it's my fucking internet. Or some, like, bullshit thing where my teammates baiting me into stuff where I know it's not right. And I prove that with, you know, facts and stuff, logic. I can be wrong at times, and I'm open to being wrong. I'm not a guy that, like, you know, stays on top of a hill and preaches my thing over and over again. No, I'm always objective with things. But now I feel like I should have a say because I've played this game for so many years and it's not getting more fun. Despite me being a better player through that time, every season. Season upon season, I've got better. I peaked this season 336 LP, no, 339 LP even. With high hopes of getting Grandmaster. But now, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. I don't feel the same, like, motivation or anything like that playing the game. Like, man, it's crazy. Like, the only time I play a league is to be, like, for social reasons. Like, I play with my friends, I play with my girlfriend. Like, you know, that's my enjoyment with League. And even then, there's frustrating games where it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, why is fucking Samira healing all the fucking health bar back when shield bow procs? Why is Yoan one-shotting me at level 6 after being fucking dick the whole lane when I'm playing a mage? Why am I losing trades now when I have a kill ahead and I'm against a fucking, like, Ornn building full tank items? Or Set even, you know? Why can Yuumi just stack all this fucking mana regen and heal the fucking ADCs back to full health? Why does Sylas one-shot, like, with fucking Seeker's Tabby? Like, why is he doing 1.6k damage at level 7? When I'm a hacker and building, like, HP items or some shit with a steady lead? There's so many questions, like, in my mind. What are you guys saying now? You go, it's in the fact that you're done with Rector now. I mean, I will be done, but yeah. You think Bramble for Mal? I can't speak. I think Bramble or for Malrush should be punished early or have a percentage chance to apply Grievous Wounds. That's a thing too. It gives Grievous Wounds. Like, wow. On top of doing damage, giving armor, and it's cheap. I think season 5, 6 were like the best times. But I think I'm biased to season 5, despite half of it being really boring, I guess, in retrospect. Because it was my season where I showed up. I went from Silver 2 all the way to Diamond. I learned a lot in that season. I was a scholar of the game, like, learning. I was a fucking sponge. I was soaking everything up. You know, I did my dues that season. Like, you know, I tried hard and I got rewarded with it. Same with this season. I've tried really fucking hard. I've tried really hard to get Masters. Even last season. The last few months, I tried all I could to get better. And it paid off. I got Masters on the last day. I still had doubts in my mind because I duoed. And it was like, maybe, you know, a rush of improvement. But this season, I clarified that I am a Masters player. I got Masters again after, like, barely playing the game in, like, so many months. In June, I started playing Ranked again after having negative win rate. And I climbed to Masters, like, in a matter of, like, a week. Bit less than that, maybe. And then through that month onwards, I was climbing and climbing. Playing games when I feel right. Like, I played in a mindset where it's like, okay, today I feel good. I'm very happy. You know, I got this to do, but then later I can play a league. I'm not stressed or anything. You know, and I climbed because of it. But now, I'm dropping because my enjoyment for the game is not there. I'm not motivated. Like, I'm playing decay games just for the sake of it. My win rate's been going down from 60% on Renekton to fucking 53 now, wherever it is. And a lot of the games aren't even me being the problem. Like, look at some of these scores. I mean, this game was just my internet being shit. Hello, Max, by the way. How you doing, bro? My internet was bad this game. Lost my motivation. And then, yeah, I got outscaled and whatever. Even though Kennen didn't really do anything that game. Hosso, thanks for the follow. A lot of the games I have, like, pretty consistent scores, but my team's, like, in... Like, I'm not blaming my teams entirely, but it's like a draft thing. Like, there's just too many champs in the game that are OP. And if you don't get them, you're like, your champ is, like, kind of whatever, like... You know? Like, my point really is just that, like, it's not fun to play the game. It's not fun to do these improvement things. Like, the mindset I had was, like, I'd watch VODs, I'd watch other people play matchups, like Trollnecton, Dydra X, I think his name was, or something, like a Grandmaster Renekton player. He doesn't like me, but what the fuck do I care, you know? I'm still gonna watch people and learn. You know, I'm a fucking scholar on Renekton. I watch other people play, I learn. Or I try to learn other people's ideologies and matchups. I try and understand what they're doing wrong or what they're doing right. And I implement it in my own gameplay. And I legit think I can be one of the best Renektons in the world at times. Not that I am. Not that I am, but I can be. If I'm motivated and things are right. With how this thing is, I'm not interested. The game is getting, like, too far out of my comfort. There's too many fucking 300 years champs that make me contemplate why the fuck I'm playing Renekton. You know, like... I just don't have it in me now. That spark is just dying. I'm 100% Masters player. Maybe Grandmaster. I'm not going to say that till I hit it. I'm not a guy that's going to just, like, entirely say that. But I probably could have. I probably could have if I kept playing at the times I did. But there's more to life than just a game as well. And that's what I've been learning too recently. I still gone for Renekton. Yep. You are definitely right, Max. League down, Renekton's a problem. Yep. Jace is getting nerfed too. XD. League isn't dying, it's growing. Somehow. I've enjoyed being the game maker when I start playing with champs. Me too. I mean, my enjoyment comes playing with friends. I could turn my brain off. I don't have to endure fucking randoms who play these broken champs like flame me for, you know, doing things like as best as I can because I'm playing a champion like Renekton where I have to build my fury, I have to play with my cooldowns. I'm not like these champions where they have low-ass cooldowns, high damage, like... There's a full sense of belief in, like, these players now because they're playing all these OP champions. It's like, they can get away with everything. So their game knowledge is skewered to the fact that, like, this thing can work because my champ can do it. And you can do it too because my champ can. That's not how it should work. And that's the thing itself. The game is getting worse, skill-wise, because people expect too much. And they play these champs too that are just broken by the book. You know? I'm playing like 3-4 champs now. I'm still Masters. Yeah, I mean, I can win on... You know what? I might be a Darius player. I might just become a Darius player, guys. Darius is my high win rate champ. I feel really fucking good on it. If I play more games of Darius, I think I can be really good at Darius. Not that he's hard, but he's a champ that's like... He's fun for me. He plays off moon speed. He's like... I might just play I might just be a Darius, man. And add some other champs on top, to be fair. Even if I'm a little lower than I could be playing one champ, it feels better. Yeah, as long as it feels better for you, Max, that's all that should matter. Actually made me enjoy the game a lot more. Yeah, totally, man. I've seen you had a lot of success. Like, you went from silver to plat, you know, because you've had more like intent to play, or gold to plat, you know, just through the years and whatever. Like, you have more intent to play, learn, because the champ's giving you that energy. You're learning a different view of the game and stuff, like of how you're supposed to be playing fights and whatever. Like, you develop that knowledge of how things are, like, you know, and it's paying off. And it's the same with a lot of people too when they play these new champs. It's like a mental reset. And they're allowed to learn the game then because they're having fun and they pick something up that entirely interests them. Mine was Renekton. And it's still gonna be Renekton, but the thing is, like, I have to move on. Rest does do 8 damage, that's the problem. It's not that he doesn't do damage, he just lacks, like, mechanics and quality of life things that other champs have. We sort some out in there, patching to grow the game and sell more. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have a good gym session today. I know that. I'm gonna burn a lot of steam off with this whole rant of balancing and whatnot. It's been 41 minutes of just being here. I'm not doing anything. Which I think is fair. But I'm glad you guys stuck around. I might make this like a YouTube video that maybe people want to watch. I don't know. Why not, right? And I'm gonna make a video in itself of champion balancing on Renekton. Like the state, I don't know what I'm gonna call the video yet, but I do want to target the state of like the game balancing, Renekton, pro play, other champs like designs, like why certain things are fail, like split pushes, mage items. Like I want to cover a lot of things with the best of my ability, and it's gonna take a week probably just to get it all like narrowed down and like set and all that and uploaded. Probably on a Saturday I'll upload it prime time. And you know, we'll see like what happens with it. I said that before about another video, but things got in the way, but I really do want to address like a lot of things because I think it's needed. Renekton mains need a voice, and I think I'm probably one of the better candidates that can talk about it with my experience on the game. I don't think I'm really biased either. I mean, I was saying Renekton was fine. Even after the fucking nerfs, you know? Along with 3 and 1, like, you know? I don't think I'm really biased. I think I have the right to, you know, say shit now. If even I'm, like, changing my opinion on things with Renekton. And I think all Renekton players should. I think every Renekton player should just come together, voice the opinions on, like, my video and whatever, and, like, you know, let's try and get something done about it. It might not happen right now, but maybe down the line, something can happen after Worlds. Yeah, man, this shit's ridiculous. Just rework Renekton at this point. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go make food, have a snack before I go to the gym. Highly recommend you guys to, you know, go to the gym. It's very great for me. Helps with stress. I think this whole situation stressed me out today. So it's gonna help me, you know, burn that off. Feel good. Like I've done something with my day. And yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the point. The thing is, though, his counters, like, don't exist either, though. His counters don't... They're not played in the meta. Then people are like, Renekton's broken. I mean, you can play the fucking champs still, and they will still, like, do good over Renekton. But they just don't do it for whatever reason. And I think pro players just fucking suck in general, like, with the ideologies of top lane. Like, okay, I mean, you might say, that's fucking rich coming from a Masters player or whatever. I mean, okay. But, like, watch how they play a lot of this shit. Like, it's a fucking clown fiesta. And like I reiterated before, it's about the... People get away with shit these days because of champion design. Like, imagine Viego in Season 3. Like, what kind of absurd shit would that be? Like, you know? You have to play more smart and calculated. And if things go wrong, they go wrong and you don't get away with it. But now it's like, if they go wrong, you kind of... blessed with the opportunity that you're playing a new champ that can, like, do these risks and get rewarded. You could play it absolutely horrible and win a fight like Zoe could when she was released. She was auto-attacking people to death and winning fights. Yeah, they're nerfing it because of that, and that's why they're nerfing Jace too, who has, like, the worst win rate by far top lane. Hello, Dexterans. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go. I will see you around. I'm gonna make that video. Gonna plan it all out. So I'll let you guys know. Make sure to join my Discord, join my Nectar Mains. You know, be a part of the community. Do all that. Follow my Twitter. I don't fucking know what you say these days. It's up to my YouTube, I guess. I don't fucking know. Guess I'll plug all my stuff right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. Peace out.